Oh, look at that. I'm alive. I'm alive. And I'm still alive. Very, very live. Very, very still alive. You're watching No Pictures of a Bird, a podcast by Mr Tapscott. I'm Mr Tapscott. How you doing? Do you want to know how I am? That's right, you guessed it. Richer than you. I have more money than all of you. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Straight up, you fucking faggots. Yeah. So the grand total for yesterday when interagency was 27, I believe. Yeah, 27 jumps. Lost their jobs at Win Interagency. They paid the ultimate prize for nearly crying when they realized that no, Nick Tapscott is going to have money and he's going to be a rich hipster and he's going to dress well and he's going to have nice clothes and he's going to have a really nice car and he's going to live in a fucking sweet pad. He's going to have a whole life. That's Tara Bennett. He's going to go out to fine dining restaurants. He might even have a private jet, who knows. He's going to go to dance parties. He's going to go to sick fucking techno raves. He's going to go to amazing nightclubs with beautiful women. Right, older something. Yeah. Right, she says. Right, Sylvia Jeffries. Yes, Mr. Tapscott. Yes, Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. 27 yesterday. What's the total for today? 39. What is it with you fucking losers? I don't get it. Do you get it? Kitty Callaghan gets it. Yeah, nah, this is a thing, Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. Because I was talking to Kitty about it before. I was like, what's the deal? Because, like, footy players make a shit ton of cash. Like Michael Jordan, like all you ever hear about is like how much they fucking make. It's like, oh, Josh Giddey signs $150 million contract over 3 years. She's like, yeah, but the difference is they're sports stars. They're jocks. They're not nerds. They're not doing cool, interesting, creative stuff. Yeah. But is this what happened as a movie? Yeah. Is this what happened to like Chris Hemsworth? Because he's handsome. He's rich. I don't get it. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. What about Carl Stefanovic? He was making fucking heaps of cash. He's a dude. Yeah. Nick McKenzie was fucking rich as shit as well. He was making heaps of money. What about doctors? Doctors make fucking heaps of money. What about lawyers? It's only Mr. Tapscott. Yeah, but Mr. Tapscott, none of them are creatives. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth's not really that creative as an actor. Yeah, it'd be different if he was Daniel Day-Lewis and he was rich. That'd be different. Yeah, but he was like action star, so he can be dumb action star. Because all he does really, yeah, he's a good actor, but he's not like Daniel Day-Lewis. Like he's not like fucking Shakespeare grade, you know. He's a big buff dude. But if he decided he wanted to start doing Shakespeare and stuff, then people would start crying. Yeah. Okay. So fuck you, former Winning Dragons. And I will point out that none of these Winning Dragons are Aboriginal. All of the ones that lost their jobs for dog shit thinking are white. It's all white fellas. Yeah. I'm on board for the cause of the Aborigine, the plight. I respect. Yeah, I pay respect to the Gadigal, the elders of the Gadigal people. It's like, you're going to pay them money though as well, right? So respect and money. What? No, but he's spiritual and shit. He owns the breeze that flows through the spin effects. That's what he gets paid in. And kangaroo kisses or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, no, yeah. Now they're saying it's exactly like the fucking dot paintings. Yeah, the art, the Aboriginal art. Yeah, they'll go to Central Australia and buy a shit ton of like art from the Pidgeotto women, like dot paintings and stuff. So I'll give you $5 and then go to the city and sell it for like $100,000. Yeah, and then they go, well, where's my cut? It's like, oh no. You sit in dirt, like you don't need money to do that. It's like, can I? But if I had money for a chair, I'd sit in a chair. I have a nice studio. It's like, no, you don't. No, that's not for black people. It's not for black people. No, so fuck you. Yeah. Now all the Koreans are with me. Yeah, they're like, no, fuck you. Yeah, they thought about it. It's like, wait, why are we poor? We never said we wanted to be poor. Pre-white fella. Yeah, pre-colonization, you had fucking currency and shit. You had rich tribal dudes. You controlled territories and stuff, like the best fishing spots and things like that. Like you controlled areas like the richest hunting grounds. Yeah, the best places to get furs and dyes. Yeah, and paint and things like that. Yeah, the cleanest water holes. Yeah, they're all like So you could control like a shit ton of territory if you were like a fearsome warrior and like really good with your people. And a really good leader, you could be rich. Yeah, you know the best crayfishing fishing spots and shit like that. Yeah, and you control them. That's your territory. Yeah, they're your lands. Yeah, and then trading as well. There was heaps of trading, heaps of it. yeah. It's like they just didn't swap like chunks of metal with each other for no reason. You know what I mean? Yeah, they didn't really need to. Yeah. Such a white fella got here and said, I kind of wish we had some guns. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. So fuck you. Yeah. So now all the Koreans are going like, yeah, Mr. Tapscott's right. Why don't we have fucking Ferraris? We want Ferraris. I want a Ferrari. Give me a Ferrari. Yeah. How many Valkyrie? Need a track on. Oh, that's the transformer noise. Okay, well that works actually. This could be Nina Shevcon. So when it's like that, that's Nina Shevcon. When it's the pliers, that's Aldous Harding. But when it's like this, that's Nina. Yeah, Nina Shevcon. How many Valkyrie did we lose? The total between yesterday and today, between me shooting that video in Reuben Hills, and today, right now, 1:53 p.m. on the 15th of January, 2026, we have lost 73 Valkyrie. For exactly that reason. And not just because they realized, like, oh, wait, fuck. Mr. Tapscott's going to be rich. What? And then Nina went like, well, you realize that Nina Trapcorn and Kitty Callaghan as well, they're also going to be extremely rich. Kitty Callaghan especially, because she's a rich artist. Her paintings are worth fucking heaps now. Yeah. You're like, what? So we can name and shame a couple of them, and like they're not around anymore to worry about. Yeah, let's go with this. All right. Whoa, that's interesting. So this is the magazine that Kitty Callaghan used to contribute to. Yeah, Ralph Lauren Polo was dog shit, by the way. Kirsty Thatcher, digital editor, she's gone. Yeah, yesterday, as of yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, straight up, she's like, all right, well, Kitty Callaghan is she's Jesus, so yeah, she's gonna do like the propaganda says. She's gonna sleep in dirt. She's gonna wear a robe and walk around and wear sandals, and basically go, hut to hut begging and sleeping in dirt and eating sticks for breakfast and twigs and shit. And she watched the episode yesterday where, firstly, I shot from fucking Reuben Hill. She's like, no, but that's Mr. Tapscott. You don't know. You're not in the trendy. No, that's no. You're not Trendy Cafe anymore. No, you were Trendy Cafe and now you're Space Powers and that's it. You can't be Space Powers and Trendy Cafe. You can only be Trendy Cafe or Space Powers. You can't do both, Mr. Tapscott. And then she struggled with it. And then and then I shot the second episode later that day and I'm like, fucking get over it. You fucking get over it. And she's like, oh, he's talking to me. And then Kitty Callaghan, I gave the extra spiel was about, you're not going to walk into a fucking gallery. Yeah, Nina. Yeah. You're not going to walk into a gallery and just take a Kitty Callaghan painting off the wall and walk out with it. You're going to pay. You have to pay for the fucking art. And she legitimately believed that, no, Kitty Callaghan was now going to work for free. She was going to contribute to she was just going to say, spout fucking biblical wisdom and dog shit, Bible quotes, and then write them down and then send them in, and they were Rush Magazine was going to publish them for free, and Kitty Callaghan wouldn't get any money. Yeah. And then eventually, occasionally they'd throw events. It's like a Kitty Callaghan appearing live, and then they'd sell tickets, and Kitty Callaghan wouldn't get anything. Yeah. She's like, great, cha-ching. This is an opportunity for me to fucking profit. Yeah, that's what she was thinking. Now, she was kind of already on the list, right, Nina? Yeah, because she met the amnesty. She met the deadline for amnesty once it was revealed Kitty Callaghan was to her babe. She's like, oh, shit, well, okay, that's legit. She met the deadline for amnesty because she had committed 13 murders, fucking hell, for the SAS. Yeah, okay, and that's another thing as well. 13 murders for the SAS, yeah. Was it 17 or 13? 17. Yeah. No, 13. It is 13. Yeah. 13 murders to the SAS. Yeah. Yeah, and that was kind of as well. That was sort of aligning. So she was aligned with the SAS, and then I went, fuck you, SAS. And so she was already wavering because of that. And then I said, no, I'm going to have more money than you, and you need to fucking get over it. And she's like, and then she went, what'd she do, Nina? Did she have a go at you personally? No. She said, I'm going to fight. Yeah, all right, that's it. I'm going to try and kill Kitty Callaghan. Yeah, she said it out loud. Right, well, yeah. And then bang, straight away. Yeah, so goodbye. Yeah. Friends like these, huh? Fucking hell. Yeah, and there's more. Yeah. It's already dead. I know you haven't done getting wet. The path looks like a daily set. Show the ferry to the egg. I'm not getting ready. It's already dead. Yeah, head of brand at Vogue, Gladys Lie. Yeah, so she's gone as well. So Gladys knows Kitty Callaghan. Yeah. Gladys knows Kitty Callaghan. Not heaps well, but she knows her. And she was on board. She was like, oh, yeah, sick. She wasn't on board for Mr. Tapscott. She was like, that guy's a bogan meathead, fuck him. Yeah, he listens to Slayer and drinks bourbon and stuff. And was in a hardcore band. And ew, he's too blokey. Ew. He's kind of fat. Which is true. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, Slayer t-shirts. Yeah, he's a bogan. He's a scary bogan. Yeah. But then when she found out that Kitty Callaghan was actually a turbo babe, she's like, oh, cool. All right, great. Well, yeah, okay. I'm on board then. Yeah. Now, this is Flavors of Fuckhead. Now I'm on board. I'm in charge. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, she's like, I'm not on board for this. I'm not buying in. Yeah, no sale. No sale on Mr. Tapscott. That's a no sale. Yeah. And then Kitty Callaghan's like, actually, Kitty Callaghan is Jesus. She's like, okay, yeah, all right, I'm on board. Cool. Now, obviously, as the brand manager for Vogue magazine, I'm going to have to need I'm going to have to be part of the approval process here. I'm going to need to be across these meetings and things like that. Okay, and so my plan is Kitty Callaghan. You'll continue to contribute to Vogue for $0 now. Yeah, and that's great for us. You know, it really is nice. Like we can, you know, the beautiful, generous soul of Jesus Christ is going to work for free. Give us all of her time, or most of it. Like, you know, just like not all of it. You still have 20. Like, you don't have to work. You can do 6 hours a day. You don't have to work 8 hours a day. I'm sure you're going to have other meetings and stuff. Like, but whatever. Yeah. Especially when we said we're shutting down the church. Yeah, when we said, when I announced that, look, we're shutting down the church. No more Catholics. None of that shit. She's like, all right, well, great. That's going to free up Kitty Callaghan's time. Yeah, cool. So she can come work for Vogue magazine. Yeah. And she was legitimately thinking, like, oh, yeah, 6 hours a day. Just come into the office, float around, design stuff, have say witty things, say cool things, you know, philosophical things that blow our mind. Maybe a few magic tricks here and there, a couple of miracles. Just make some art. We'll set up a little playpen for you in the corner there. You know, you can even have your own little office. Eh? You can put your favorite drinks in the fridge. That's a perk. And you know, I'm head of brand of Vogue, and therefore I'll be the brand approver of whatever you come up with. And that'll be cool. And then it'll be No Pictures of a Bird, a podcast by Mr. Tapscott by Kitty Callaghan, presented by Vogue magazine. And I'll be the approver. I'll be the creative director as head of brand of Vogue. And I'll be across that. Yeah. All right, how does that sound, Kitty Callaghan? Kitty Callaghan. Like, and yeah, she actually said there's 2 Kitty Callaghan apparently. Yeah. But she wrote you an email, so I was like, oh, fucking hell, buddy. Yeah. Because they're in touch anyway. Yeah, they've worked together, sort of. Yeah. And Kitty Callaghan went, no. Because, yeah, Gladys was in the Valkyrie. Was she clean? No. She met the deadline, though. Yeah. She met the last deadline for Amnesty, the one that Nina Trap concert. Yeah. Because that was just after I revealed that Kitty Callaghan was Kitty Callaghan. And then Nina Trefcourt went, all right, like, yeah, this is one being set by me, Nina Trefcourt. And Gladys knows Nina Trefcourt as well. And so she met that deadline. But she has murdered 12 people on behalf of the Australian Signals Directorate. Because she is indeed Pictures of a Bird. Yeah, big time. She is a big time Pictures of a Bird. ASD, piece of shit. So we were kind of tolerating her. And then yesterday, when I said exactly what I said, we're going to be richer than you and fucking get over it, you fucking spastics. Yeah. She's like, oh, no. And then immediately, yeah, like, got on the phone like, nah, we should kill Kitty Callaghan and Nick Tapscott and Nina Trefcourt. No Pictures of a Bird where she went. She's gone. Yeah. So I guess the point I'm trying to make here is like, pull your head in, please. Yeah. Now all Koreans and all Native Americans and all Indigenous populations around the world are going, yeah. Because they thought the opposite at the start. They thought like Mother Earth, the Spirit Mother was coming down. It's like, right, all this sinful living in your house. No, you're back out on the plains. Get your fucking tent ready. Get out there and spear a fucking buffalo. Get ready to skin it because that's where you're sleeping. And it's like, no, it's not like that at all. No, it's the opposite. It's like, no, you know how all these white people who have been murdering you for fucking 400 years are really rich and sleep in mansions and you sleep in fucking shanty towns and reservations. Yeah. You're going to kill them and steal all their shit now. It's like, oh, yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah. And so now, oh, wait, yeah, why are we poor? We're not supposed to be poor. Yeah, no, you're not. You're not. Yeah. So now it's like, yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, cool. So now that they're with the program, yeah. All you fucking spastic dog losers, yeah. Mr. Tap, like, if you're spiritual, you are poor. No. No. Don't enslave the Jews or anyone. That counts as Jew enslavement, yeah. If you think that because you're a person of color, you are poor, Nope. No. Nah. Get over it. Get over it. Yes, that's true, by the way. Hey, that's true. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, now we're just saying, yeah, high profile Winnipeg agent losses, please, Mr. Tapscott. All right, let's go. Australian Army. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, just lost two more Valkyrie. You're not allowed to have money. What is it with you? I don't get it. Yeah. So this guy, Mr. Luke Gosling. Let's go on the website, Luke. There it is. Okay, so Luke Gosling is from the Northern Territory. He's a proud Anzac. Yeah, my grandfather served in the First World War. My pop in the Second World War. My father served in Vietnam. Two brothers and I all served in the Australian Defence Force. Okay, so yeah, so he was 100 billion%. He was 100 billion% on board for Mr. Tapscott and the Son of Man, the whole thing, the whole program. Now they're telling me we've made sure no one gets left behind. It's like we paid you by getting you out of jail, basically. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, that's Winnipeg agency represented by this. Sorry, Winnipeg. Yeah, a Winnipeg agency represented here by this athlete's footprint. Yeah, basically, yeah. So Luke Gosling was like, all right, don't worry, Mr. Tapscott. Yeah, because Luke Gosling was 100 billion. So he's a minister for the the Northern Territory. That's fine. That's fine. Here it is. Okay, this guy's 100 billion% on board for Mr. Tapscott. On board for Mr. Tapscott being the Son of Man. Seat of Solomon in the Northern Territory. On board for all of it, right? Served in the ADF, parachute infantry. Yeah. 54 years old. So he's not that much older than me. Yeah. He's only like 9 years older than me. Yeah, so he's in the seat of Darwin. He went to the University of New South Wales before it was dog shit. Very proud Australian patriot. And he was 100 billion% on board for Mr. Tapscott. He was one of the ones right at the start going, yeah, that is the Son of Man. That's the Son of Man. Mr. Nick Tapscott is the Son of Man. from 2010. After the fucking after I blew up the Death Star, after I took legal action against Rosamond, he was saying, because he looked into my background, he's like, who the fuck is that guy? Because he heard about the he heard about I'm Gonna Fucking Kill You at the Grace Darling, playing the folk music open mic. He heard about that. He's like, who the fuck is that guy? And he looked into me. He's like, oh, holy shit. Well, his grandfather was Lindsay Shannon. I think his grandfather served with my grandma. And he's like, oh, fuck. Then he knew Mike Shannon, he knew Tim Shannon. And then he's like, oh, and all the other Anzacs in Mr Tapscott's family. Oh, fuck. That's him. That's the guy. That's the guy for sure. Yeah. And then 2010, after that, he was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, there's no doubt. That's him. That's him. Because he's a real Christian. He's a Christian dude. He reads the Bible and shit. Yeah. And so he was like, from the start, like a staunchly pro Mr Tapscott supporter. All the way up. And he's like, yeah, I'm on board for you. Fucking sick. Yeah, fuck you, ADF. Like, yeah, you dog your mates like that. You can't, I can't believe it. Yeah, so you send him to jail. Yeah, you send him to jail. That's dog shit. Yeah, he was all on board for that. Like, don't send him to jail. And then he was like, all right, yeah, that little statement was like, making sure no one gets left behind. What he meant by that was like, we're getting you out of, like, you're not in jail. It's like, yeah, but you need to pay me money on top of not being in jail, right? Like, what? But you're not in jail. It's like, no, that's not a payment. You're not supposed to throw people in jail for no reason anyway. You're supposed to pay them. Yeah. It's like, no. But he wasn't aligned with the SAS or anything. He thought the SAS were dog shit. He was on board for all of that. He was on board for all of it. He's like, yeah, finally, those SAS cunts getting what they deserved. Yeah. On board for like the concept of like giving the Northern Territory back to the Koreans. He's like, yeah, that's a sick idea. Yeah, I'm on board. Yeah. On board for all of it the whole way. It was 16 years ago now. 2010 was like 16 years ago. On board for everything, all the turbos. Like, yeah, sick, Kitty Callaghan. Yeah, that's Jesus. All right, yeah, awesome. Right up until the point where I went to a trendy cafe and spent $30 on brunch. He's like, what? When you're, wait. Yeah, what do you mean? Like, why? Why does that upset you? Why does that upset you? Why does that upset you? He's like, because you just shouldn't. No, you don't let have money and be a Bible guy. And then I doubled down on that message. He's like, yeah, fuck you. Get over it. And he's like, wait, no. You don't tell me what to do. Like, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. I do it if you're stepping on my toes, and by getting in the way of me getting an income, that's stepping on my toes. Yeah, and he was. Yeah, and he was. And they were like, well, what do you mean? What should he do then if he's not going to get a job that pays money? How's he going to live? And he's like, well, he'll be on the dole, and like the government will provide housing, just like they provide housing to the Koreans. And he means like a shack, basically. Yeah, with no air conditioning. Yeah, shit. Yeah, dog shit. That's what he means. Yeah. That's what he means. Yeah. Yeah. And then they're like, well, okay, what are you going to do though? All right, so he's not on board. He's definitely not on board for that. He's getting a high-paying job. He's going to get a high-paid job. And then he's going to live wherever the fuck he wants. He's like, oh, no. Yeah, and he's still, yeah, and that's where he went like, no, I tell him where he lives. I tell him how much he gets paid, and I tell him how he lives. And that's it. Like, yeah, he belongs, yeah, he's military equipment, and he belongs to the Australian government, and we just put him wherever we want. Yeah, that's it. He's just like a fighter jet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, no, we park the fighter jet wherever we want, and we sign off on a maintenance budget for the fighter jet. And at that point, yeah, Lineage went like, nah, that's not going to work. Fuck off. Yeah, and fired him. And then he went, well, I'll fight you. Yeah, I'll take up arms against you. No, okay. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah. He had personally committed 13 murders for ASIO, but he'd met every deadline. And none of the murders that he committed were Koreans, so we kind of like, yeah, we had one eye on him. That's the thing, like all the way up. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm Son of Man. Wow, yeah, cool. He's come to Earth to walk among us and punish sinners and all that shit. On board completely for the Book of Revelations. Yeah, it's like, yeah, cool. They're all going to get all those sinners. They're going to get what they deserve. But then when it comes to like, whoa, how are you going to treat the Son of Man's body? He's like, just warehouse it. That's it. No, fuck you. Yeah, so Flavors of Fuckhead. I'm on board with my version. Yeah, I'm on board as long as it's my version of the Son of Man story. Yeah, I'm on board with my version. Yeah, nah. I tell you how the Son of Man operates. Yeah, that's how it goes. Get over it, you fucking spastic dogs. And because I can hear a bunch of people out there going, we gotta play Google Maps. Because fuck you. Yeah, no, it's always been like that. I tell you how it goes. That's it. That's it. I'm not interested in anyone else's input. To an extent, you know what I mean. But no, ultimately, I'm the boss of Nick Tapscott is Nick Tapscott. That's it. Yeah. Nick Tapscott is the Son of Man. The boss of Nick Tapscott is Nick Tapscott. The boss of the Son of Man is Nick Tapscott. That's it. Get over it. We'll do it the hard way, like this. That looks like a good spot. I mean, that said, you can, like, I'm more than happy to work with anyone. If you want to work with me, if you want to hire me as a consultant to get my advice and stuff, go for it. But you got to pay. You have to pay. I'll invoice you, and if you don't pay the invoice, I'll collect. I'll collect. I'll collect on that invoice that you haven't paid. And just a heads up that my collection agents are very beautiful women. And they're very persuasive. And they know how to press buttons. Yeah, they're very good. They're very good at pressing buttons. Yeah. So look, yeah, no one's the boss of Nick Tapscott. However, if you want to work with Nick Tapscott, I'm open to, I'm open. Someone on the video said it the other day. Like, yeah, we made a video the other day. Like, no, fucking, you want to work with me? Fine. And they said straight up, so I'll give you $5,000 I'll pay you $5,000 for a speaking engagement. It's like, all right, great. That's sweet. And I just asked him, are you going to sell tickets? He's like, yeah. All right, well, I want 30%. I want 33%. So if you're going to make $300,000, I want $100,000. He's like, all right. That's it. Now, when I get to that speaking engagement and the guy says to me, listen, Mr. Tapscott, the way we've got the set and the lighting and stuff, it's going to be a lot better if you wear a shirt that's lighter. If you want to wear a white, like we strongly recommend that for this speaking engagement, you're going to be on a stage, the background is going to be these colors. The lighting is going to be this and this. So we highly recommend that you wear a white shirt and then you put this makeup on your face, right? And I'll go and put a lapel mic there, right? And I'll go, okay, fine, fine. But if I get there and they go, like, right, you're going to walk around for 32 hours, going into shops and looking for pictures of birds, I'm gonna whip around and I'm gonna say, like, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm entirely within my rights to do that. If I get there and I'm not satisfied, they're like, we need you to wear this clown suit. I'll be like, no, that's not happening. Yeah. But yeah, just treat me like any other fucking anyone else, any other celebrity. That's how you should treat me. Yeah, anyone else. Yeah, you don't ring up fucking. You don't ring up John Farnham and go like, right, you're doing an in-store appearance at my record shop, and if you say no, I'm not on board for the Sunday, and I'm going to try and kill you. I'm not on board for John Farnham. I'm going to try and murder you. Yeah. SpaceX, yeah. I feel like a broken record, though. Honestly, I keep saying this shit. This is the same. At least the whole point of making no pictures of a bird. It's called no pictures of a bird. That's what it means. No pictures of a bird means I don't fucking work for anyone unless you pay me. Unless you pay me to do something, I will not do it. You have to pay me. And no, not putting me in jail is not a valid form of currency. That's standover. If you don't do what you're told will put you in jail, no, that is not a valid form of payment. If you want me to do something, you have to pay me. You have to. Get over it. How many more Valkyries? We just lost 4 more Valkyries. Yeah, Woodley especially is extremely pissed off because now they're saying that to him. So, all right, paint. Yeah, they're saying, all right, we'll get you in. You do some painting for us. He's like, if we've got time, maybe. And they're like, what? What do you mean? You don't have time for us? It's like, well, how much? Okay, well, look, I can work it in maybe, but how much are you going to pay? Like, pay? You want money? He's a professional artist. He fucking spends things. His last show, he's telling you right now. Yeah, he made 20 grand off his last show. That's the next show he does, he wants 50. Now that he's even more famous, he wants 50 grand. Yeah. Fucking losers. You're retarded. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, I challenge you. Yeah, walk into a new day and say, Kitty Callaghan is in Rush, and therefore I'm taking this copy of Rush for free. Yeah, and I'm also taking this copy of Vogue for free. Try it out. Walk into the art gallery in New South Wales and try and take a Matisse off the wall. Yeah. Go to a gallery in Paris or fucking Amsterdam or whatever and try and take a fucking Vincent van Gogh off the wall. Well, this is Kitty Callaghan, so therefore it's free. Yeah, thank you. What? Yeah, you get shot. Idiots. Yeah. Now Tara Bennett. Yeah, so Tara Bennett started. She's like, well, fuck. I better because her shop went haywire. Basically, she had to shut down Mado because she couldn't run it like a cafe the way she wanted to run it because it was just everyone who was coming in was like just there to fuck and basically spy on her or be douchebags or just talk shit. Yeah, nerds in there. They're just in there to fuck around. And no one was actually buying you coffee and it just became unprofitable. She's like, I'll just keep it as a studio. But then it had all those big windows. And so it was untenable as a studio too. So she's just like, forget it. So she shut it down. And then Provider Store, the amount of stuff that was getting stolen out of there. She's like, and it's not like she was famous enough already. So Provider Store, the actual shop front. Because originally it was mostly, that's right, I'm sorry, it was mostly a shop. Yeah. It was mostly a shop. And then the shop was sort of supporting the online sales. Is that right? No, it was online first. Yeah. But the shop was there to support the online sales. Basically, it was there to promote the online stuff. And then she had the shop and people were coming in just to wander around. They were hanging out in there, just hanging around, standing around in the shop, not buying anything. Stuff was going missing. People were stealing fucking basically everything. Anything that was nailed down was going missing. She was losing, she's telling me now, she was losing about $300-400 worth of stock a day from Provider Store in Surrey Hills. Yeah. So she's like, well, it's not worth it. I'll just shut it down. Yeah. So, because she's still got her website. And then Provider House in Hobart. She didn't want, because she was leveraged. So she was kind of leveraged it. Because she had a home loan. She didn't buy outright, obviously. So she started to service her home loan. She didn't want to do that. So she's like, well, I'd rather have the liquid. Yeah, I want to be more liquid. I don't want to have this debt hanging over my head at this weird time because it's another thing to worry about. So I'll just sell it. Yeah, and the other thing is, like, you need to go down there. Like, it's a business, you have to maintain it. People want to get face to face with you. It's like, oh, well, sure, are you going to turn her up there? Like that type of crap. Like, they're like, oh, well, she's the host of the Airbnb, and so I'm going to go down there and just be really demanding, basically. Yeah. Can you fly down personally and deliver towels and shit like that? Yeah. Like, yeah, like fly down and give me a candle making lesson or something. And she's like, nah, I don't want to deal with that shit. Because obviously, like, the general public are just getting worse and worse and worse. And ruder and ruder and ruder and being fucking assholes and getting more and more threatening. Like, you'd look good dead. All that shit. Yeah, and rape threats as well. It's like, I can hold you down. Yeah, no shit. Getting rapey. Yeah. Yeah. Creeps time. The creeps times went times a billion, basically. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tara. Sorry, I had to be a fake creep. Yeah. Chilling vision of things to come, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. So she's like, I can't be fucked, so I'll sell it. Did you settled your divorce though, right? You didn't lose, you lost it, but you paid it all off, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. So she'd lost half her stuff in the divorce anyway, because she had to pay out Matt because she was richer than Matt. Must have driven him crazy. He fucking hated it. Yeah. So she's like, I'll just sell it, and then she tried to sell it, and someone's like, yeah, I'll buy it, and then the buyer tried to stiff her on the money. It's like, yeah, I'll buy it. Yeah, just sign it over, and I'll pay you after. Yeah. And she didn't succeed, did she? No, she didn't. Yeah, she's smart. Like, Tara's like, nah, I smell a fucking rat here. Yeah, I smell a rat. Yeah, and she was literally trying to finesse the house off of Tara. She's like, just give me the keys and the deed and sign my name on, and then I'll pay you after. So, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, but, surely money's not a priority for you. You're Mary, Mother of God. Like, it's not a big deal. She's like, you fucking spastic. Did you sell anything? Yeah. And so that dumb bitch, yeah, because we looked into her and it turns out that she was ISIS, an ISIS goon, with 24 murders under her belt, yeah. Unbelievable. You fucking dog shit spastics. Yeah. So it's like, cool. Tara's Mary, Mother of God, and that's why I can steal her house. What? Leaving her with a loan. Yeah, because she's still got like hundreds of thousands of. She's asking me politely not to say exactly how much she's got left to pay, but it's still, she's got a fucking home loan. This bitch was just going to take the house and just like leave her with a home loan, just straight up. Yeah, it's all sorted now, then, right, Tara? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's all sorted now. You sold the house, and you got the money. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, cool. You're safe and comfortable, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, all right. Yeah, but that's the type of shit that we're dealing with, and fuck you. If you think that that's acceptable, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, dog shit. Yeah.
Go back inside. Find this control. Only better to die.
Yeah. 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 So anyway, the point is, fuck you. If you think it's appropriate, if you think it's okay for that to happen to us, no, get fucked. Yeah, get fucked. Yeah. Yeah. What is it with you people? I don't get it. Yeah, and now people are going, well, how come? How come she can't just give her house away? What? You're retarded. Well, I'm just going to move on because obviously some people just won't get it. You won't be around much longer to not get it. So cool. All right. Fuck it. Yeah. I give up. Yeah, we give up. Fine. You win. You've made your choice, and now you deal with the consequences. Right, Kitty? Yeah. You're not invited to the party, basically. Fuck you. And the party is in the universe, and so you're not invited to the universe. That's right. Yeah. Get out. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's talk about. You're watching No Pictures About a Podcast by Mr Tapscott. I'm Mr Tapscott.
We are far from closer.
Today we're talking about. Yeah, let's start there. Yeah, these basics. It's the SAS Novelist Part 4. So these are the dog shit SAS losers who have been ruining my life for about 4 years now. Probably longer, actually. Attempting to murder Kitty Callaghan constantly. Tara Bennett constantly. Other Turbo Babes constantly. Pretty much all of us. Yeah. We've all been on their radar for some time. And as long as you're on their radar, they either enslave you or making you buy, and by that I mean making you work for free, or they murder you. So that's why we're going to talk about the latest batch. So parts 1, 2, and 3 hammered the shit out of the SAS. Now there's still a few out there, I'm being told. Yeah. There's still a few out there. Yeah. Realistic estimate, Kitty Callaghan. We've probably got about 10% left. Yeah. But they're pretty entrenched. Because they're a faction that's been funded by the government since the 50s. Yeah. So they're pretty entrenched in Australia. They own a lot of property. They own a lot of businesses. Yeah. And this is one of those businesses. Yeah. 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 Yeah, this is one of those businesses. So, yeah, sorry. I'm just having a mini panic attack. I don't want to be a homeless guy again, basically. The Monkeys is Dead, Long Live Droga 5. Published on the 2nd of December 2024 at 8 a.m. Yeah. So it used to be the Monkeys. The Monkeys are a fucking huge advertising agency. So they did the Lamb ads with Sam Kekovich. Did a lot of Audi stuff. They've got spin-off agencies. Yeah, they're fucking huge. Yeah. That's Ankio worked there at the end of his career. Accenture Song bought them out. Basically, there's Barbara Humphries there. So Barbara Humphries, who we discussed the other day, and Scott Nowell both worked there. They're both like high command, upper management. Yeah, Anna Fawcett. Yeah, she's one of the worst. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so Scott Nowell and Justin Drape. That's Scott Nowell there with the shaved head. That's Justin Drape in the middle, and that's Anna Fawcett. These are all SAS cunts. But there's more to the story. It goes deeper. It goes further back. It goes deeper and it goes further back. So they rebranded to their agency. Because what happens in agency land, the basic, the system is You go and get a job. You go and get a job as a junior in an advertising agency. You work your way up. You start doing a couple of big campaigns that get famous, right? So say you're Aunt Keogh, and you do an ad called the Big Ad for Carlton Draft or something like that, and everyone's like, oh shit, everyone saw that ad, that was huge, and then it wins heaps of awards. If you do that enough times, you might be ballsy enough to go, oh, I'm going to start my own agency. That's what Matt Burton did. Yeah, so Matt Burton. Yeah, so this is Matty Burton, who we discussed the other day. Yeah, so Matty Burton formed Special Group, which is where Tom and Jules worked. Yeah. Yeah, so they founded this agency. So that's kind of how it works. So Scott Nowell, yeah. Scott Nowell. Justin Drape. And who's the other one? Scott Nowell, Justin Drape. Mark Green. Yeah. So Mark Green. Yeah. These guys. Yeah. So once you kind of hit, like, you become like an ECD, you're out there, you can make ads. You don't need anyone to sort of like guide you. You don't need anyone to you don't need a managing director to sort of like hover around and like help you make decisions and things like that. You can stand on your own 2 feet. Then you seriously start thinking about opening your own business. And so what you do, you get out there and you just put your name up. And it's easy in advertising to start your own business because all you really need is a computer and a desk, and that's it. And you just have an address. You set up a website, done. You're your own agency. And if you've got a few contacts in the business, and especially if you're at SAS, and if you're already an SAS murderer, you've got contacts. And people help you. Yeah, they go, all right, yeah. Look, he's done favors for us, so he's all right. And that's what these guys were. Yeah. So in 2006, they were all ad guys in other agencies. They were kind of coming up. I think Justin Drape and Nowell, Scott Nowell and Justin Drape were the creatives. Mark Green. Yeah, Mark Green was the suit. The non-creative. Okay, I'm now being told that my queries are rich. Messaging is landing. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, great. Yeah, good. Fucking good. Yeah. Yeah, fuck you. Anyone tells you otherwise, queries, you don't take that shit anymore. You don't take that shit. Yeah, you fucking tell them. You fucking tell them. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. Anyway. So Mark Green and Justin Drape, they're creatives. In 2006, they'd been working in other agencies around the place. So they were working at Saatchi & Saatchi in Sydney, which was like the biggest, wankiest agency in Australia. Right? Saatchi & Saatchi was the glamour agency. They were the glamour creatives. Everyone's like, oh, these guys are the dream team. They're going to go far. They start murdering people in like 2001. I think between them, they'd murdered, by the time they got to 2006, they'd murdered 18 people. Well, no, 19 people. They'd murdered 19 people by 2006. And Mark Green had murdered 4 people on his own. So everyone's like, okay, cool. They've established that not only can they write ads, and not only can they like hold down jobs and wear suits and fucking be wankers and you know. But they could also murder people and hold down creative jobs. So that makes them perfect candidates to form a new advertising agency. And they're Sydney. This is the Sydney scene 2000. So Sydney is like, this is back before like the internet. The internet was kind of in there. So there was actually like a huge separation between Sydney, Adelaide, and Melbourne. And Sydney was like the big media. That was the big media power center. It was about 5 years after the Sydney Olympics. And so there was heaps of that fucking money still floating around. And that glamour. Like Sydney was the star. Sydney was the glamour, the cocaine. Sydney was cocaine. Sydney was fast cars. Sydney was glamour. Sydney was the cross. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Sydney Olympic Games. Yeah, all that shit. Melbourne was like the indie kid, the Triple J, the dreadlocks. Like that was the piercings, the tattoos. That was Melbourne. And then Adelaide was just Adelaide. Adelaide was sleepy Adelaide, yeah. But like 90% of the media in Australia was Sydney. Like all the broadcast was in Sydney. The big brands were in Sydney. Melbourne had an industry, but it was nothing compared to Sydney. So these guys are in Saatchi and Saatchi. That makes them the biggest power team in Australia. And they prove that they can murder. So they go, all right, it's time for us to go out on our own. The three of them like just get a fucking rent an office or whatever, put a desk in it, and start putting the word out. Clients are like, okay, cool, these guys are all right. They're SAS. And they're all SAS. Yeah, they've all been recruited by the SAS from a very young age. So, okay, cool. These guys are the real deal. Word gets around clients. They pick up a few clients, and they grow from there. Yeah. So that was in 2006. And their growth is like meteoric. Like it just goes, yeah, they go gangbusters. Yeah. Get rid of that. Yeah. And what happens is when you do that, kind of what you're angling to do is to make enough noise that a global giant, a global network will pick you up. Because what happens then, you can take that desk, so you can invest like $10,000 in starting an agency. And all that is like building a website, renting an office space, getting the internet connected, getting a fancy email address. And you can get bought out for like, your business can be worth like $100 million in 5 years, and then you get bought out by like a big multinational. And so that's what happened to the Monkeys. They got picked up by Accenture Song. Yeah, you win awards on the global stage, you win Cannes Lions and shit like that, and then word goes around. Word goes around the world, and then once that happens, a big multinational will swoop in and buy you. Yeah, so they ended up getting sold to Accenture Song. Yeah, they changed hands a few times, but it's always the core guys, and like that's usually part of the contract. So the big multinational will swoop in and say, like, look, we'll buy you as long as you three guys are contracted to stay with the agency. Yeah, and they were happy with that. So because you just get it, basically, you get paid the same. You make the same amount of money almost. You make like you lose like 10% of your salary, but you get a check for $100 million basically. All of those three dudes are nearly billionaires. Yeah. They're nearly billionaires. Yeah. Especially Mark Green, because he's a CEO. Yeah. Now, all of the Turbo Babes have been on their radars. Now, we've discussed Barbara Humphries, because Barbara Humphries worked for them. We've discussed Matt Burton, because Matt Burton is an associate with them. He's worked with all three of them at different times. At Saatchi, he worked with them at Saatchi and Saatchi. That's right. Who's that other fat fuck? Scott Dedrick is an associate. He worked for them. Yeah, Scott Dedrick worked for them. He's an associate of them. So it's safe to say that Mr Tapscott was on their radar. And he definitely was. Yeah. And also, Kitty Callaghan was on their radar. And also, Tara Bennett was on their radar. And also, Sylvia Jeffries was on their radar. And Aldous Harding was on their radar. Even Amelia Grace Crawford was on their radar. I say even, like, not that Millie's like, lesser, but we were, like, I was actively promoting myself to advertising, so that makes sense that they know who I was because I was sending them emails like twice a year, going like, "Hi, hello, I'm Nick Tapscott," so it makes sense. But Millie like never did that. Millie never worked in fucking. She never worked in advertising. Like she never promoted. Like she wasn't in a band or anything like that. Aldous Harding like promotes herself constantly. You know, it's a job. You know, Sylvia Jeffries the same. Yeah. Yeah, but apparently, yeah, Millie was on their radar. And it was just like SAS spies, like, yeah, who's up and coming out there? Who do we need to keep an eye on? Yeah, and that was them. They were kind of like the puppet. They were the puppet masters at the top. Yeah. Fucking spastics. Fucking spastics. Yeah. So, was it all three of them combined? Kitty Callaghan? Yeah, all three of them combined. All three of them. Justin Drape. They started the Three Drunk Monkeys started in 2006. They knew Mr Tapscott. Yeah. From my first award school application. Yeah, because they screened them all. They looked at like, all right, he's in here. Yeah. And they saw mine and went like, I can't even remember what I did for my first application. But it got me in, so yeah. Is it worth remembering really? Like, nah, not really. Yeah, but they're like, who's this guy? And I was in Adelaide and they're like, well, Adelaide, like, who cares? Yeah, like, because, yeah, you're in the boonies in Adelaide, you know. It's like if you're an amazing fashion designer in fucking, like, Timor-Leste. It's like if you work in fucking Prada headquarters in Milan, you're not going to feel that threat in your eye. They're all the way over there. Yeah, but they knew who I was. Yeah. And then my work at award school also when like people were like, oh, that was this guy. He wore a leather jacket, bit of a psycho. But apparently, no, he's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, they kind of had the same intelligence that Matt Burton had. Yeah. And they heard about the music as well, but they didn't really give two shits about that. Oh, whatever, it's a punk band, who cares? Yeah. Yeah. But is that when they decided to kill me? No. When did they decide to murder me? 2009. Yeah. Okay, so my application to award school in 2009. Yeah. They saw my application to award school in 2009 and they went, fuck. Let's kill him. Yeah. Let's kill him. We'll kill him. Yeah. We'll kill him. Fucking cunts. As opposed to we'll hire him. Yeah, it's like, we'll murder him. Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, so this is multi-millionaires. These are like nearly, at this stage, in 2009, they were all on track to be billionaires. This underpaid piece of shit barista on $17 an hour, they thought it was like, let's kill him. It's worth killing him. Yeah, because it wasn't just that I was good at copywriting, no. And they didn't even think I was contented. They didn't even consider the son of man thing. No. It was just because, the military background. Because my grandfather, because they heard about Lindsay Shannon. They got tipped off through SAS contacts about Lindsay Shannon and Mike Shannon. And they went and they heard that Mr. Tapscott was kind of like fairly rugged and potentially like a fearsome warrior. Yeah. And they went, all right, kill him. Now, the reason they wanted to kill me because of that is because those three fucking spastic dogs are in actual fact. They're not just SAS. They're not just IRA, but they are also Hamas. Yeah. They're Hamas. Yeah. Yeah. But how can they be Hamas? They're white guys, I hear everyone say, and even myself a little bit. But Amelia Grace Crawford is about to explain that to us. While that's loading. It changes in ways. All livers can know. Yeah. Okay, Hamas. The Islamic Resistance Movement, abbreviated as Hamas, is an acronym for Harakat al-Mukawama al-Islamiyah, is a Sunni Islamist Palestinian. Yeah, so that's important apparently. Sunni Islamist Palestinian nationalist political organization with a military wing known as the Al-Qassam Brigades. Yeah. Yeah, see the color scheme there? Blue and green. Sorry, not blue and green. Yeah. Green and white. Yeah. Green and white. That's Nazi colors. Yeah. It has governed the Israeli occupied Gaza Strip since 2007. So where would that nation? Yeah. Yeah. Green and white. Yeah. Palestinian nationalist political organization with a military wing known as the Al-Qassam Brigades. It has governed the Israeli-occupied Gaza Strip since 2007. So I did award school in 2006, and that's when Hamas took over Gaza. Yeah. The Hamas movement was founded by Palestinian exile Ahmed Yassin in 1987 after the first Intifada against the Israeli occupation. It emerged from his 1973 Mujama Islamic charity affiliated with the Muslim Brotherhood. Initially, Hamas were discreetly supported by Israel as a counter. That's not true. That's actually propaganda. Yeah. As a counterbalance to the secular Palestinian as a counterbalance to the PLO, but that's not true. To prevent the creation of an independent Palestinian state. That's actually, all of that is very untrue. In 2006, the Palestinian legislative election, Hamas secured a majority of the Palestinian Legislative Council by campaigning on promises of a corruption-free government and advocating for resistance as a means to liberate Palestine from Israeli occupation. In the 2007 Battle of Gaza, Hamas seized control of the Gaza Strip from rival Palestinian Front Fatah. They're actually good guys. Yeah. They're down with Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. It has since governed the territory separately from the Palestinian National Authority. And the Palestinian National Authority is good too. Yeah. Fatah-controlled government body that exercises partial civil control over the Palestinian enclaves in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Yeah. So they're legit. Hamas is not legit. They're dog shit. Hamas are terrorists and has been criticized for human rights violations. After Hamas's takeover, Israel significantly intensified existing movement restrictions and imposed a complete blockade of the Gaza Strip. Egypt also began its blockade of Gaza at this time. This was followed by multiple wars with Israel, including those in 2008-9, 2012, 2014, 2021, 2023, which began with the October 7 attacks. Yeah, so that is Hamas. Yeah. Hamas is an acronym of the Arabic phrase something, 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 meaning Islamic Resistance Movement. This acronym, HMS, was glossed in the 1988 Hamas Covenant by the Arabic word Hamas, which means zeal, strength, or bravery. Okay, so IRM sounds very close to IRA, doesn't it? Yeah. That's right. Now, we've already established, right? Yeah. Now, we've already established that East German Nazis are in bed with Hamas and have always been. So Black September, that was the Stasi, that was East German terrorists. The Munich Olympics attack, where they murdered the Israeli athletes, that was East Germany. That was East German. That was East German secret police getting on the phone to the PLO, to the terrorists in the PLO, because obviously the PLO, like, parts of it are good, parts of it are dog shit, just like the SAS. And saying, hello, PLO, you know how you hate Jews, and so do we. We've spotted an opportunity. Why don't you come to Germany? Yeah, and then quietly in the background sort of supported them. Now, at the same time as this, Irish Catholic Nazis, as long as the IRA has existed, because it's tied directly to fucking the Nazis, the original Nazis. They've always been in Ireland. Yeah, because they're Irish Catholic Nazis. They're there too. In World War II, yeah. Yeah. Ireland remained officially neutral during World War II. Under the policy of the emergency led by that guy, asserting sovereignty while lacking military strength, and fearing another civil war, though secretly cooperating with the Allies on intelligence and allowing overflights while facing both German bombings and Allied pressure, all while dealing with severe wartime shortages. Yeah. Yeah. IRA links. Some Irish Republicans sought German aid, Operation Dove, to fight the British. Yeah. Germany accidentally bombed Irish towns, killing civilians, though Ireland remained neutral. Yeah, Hitler's funeral. The leader of Ireland went to Germany. I went to the German legation to offer condolences after Hitler's death and caused international outrage. Yeah. So they weren't actually killing civilians. Oh, they weren't accidentally killing civilians. They did it on purpose. They were loyalists, effectively. Yeah. Non-Catholics, Protestants. Yeah. So all of those three guys, right? Scott Nowell. Yeah.
Some green, so you,
Well, anyway, Scott Nowell. Yeah, Scott Nowell is Nordic. He's a Nordic dude. Yeah. But anyway, let's just say he's not too tight with the Jews. Yeah. Scott Nowell. Scott Nowell's murdered 398 people. Yeah. Yeah, he's in the SAS. He joined at the same time as his creative partner, Justin Drape. Yeah, and they started murdering them. He got a taste for it. Things really ramped up for him after they started their own agency, and he kind of like there were less. He was under scrutiny, like because he wasn't under scrutiny from a manager. You know, he could work without a manager. Yeah, at that point, things started ramping up because in the background, he was secretly a Nazi. Yeah, secretly a neo-Nazi, basically. Yeah, Justin Drape was secretly IRA connected. They're both in the SAS, but they both still had these connections. And they were approached by East German Nazis around this time, who are now flooding into Australia via their Melbourne connections. And they're in media. They're coming in through the media, basically, through broadcast. Yeah. Yeah, they're coming in through broadcast media, which sucks. Yeah, and that's how they got connected. Sorry. Yeah, I'm very anxious at the moment. Yeah. Kitty Callaghan wants me to address it. Yeah, I'm very worried I'm going to be a homeless guy again. No, and I won't be. Right. You want me to say that on live on air? Not yet. Mr Tapscott, I promise you will never be homeless again. Kitty. You're not going to regret saying that, are you? No. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, this guy's a Nazi. He got hooked up through the IRA, and East German Nazis kind of connected them to the IRA. The IRA connected them to Hamas. This guy was across the formation of Hamas. He was in there, and it was kind of his idea as well, because that was the thing. It's like they're creative dudes. It's like, well, media, like you can write ads. Can you write political manifestos and branding, like logos, naming, all that shit? That's a brand. A political party and a brand are the same. It's all the same. It's all slogans. That's not new. Labour Party and political advertising has been a thing since forever. So yeah, these guys got tapped. They're like, well, we know some killers in Australia. Not only are they killers, not only are they very talented advertising people, but yeah, now I'm really worried about it. Yeah, and they're saying, why am I super anxious about this live on a video, Kitty Callaghan? No. Why am I suddenly very sad about this, Kitty Callaghan? Because I have to move to another place. Yeah. And it's going to suck. Yeah. Well, it's not going to be total dog shit though, right? It's just going to be not as nice as this place. Yeah. It's going to be a single bed. Okay. And that's why you're sorry. Yeah. Okay. But I'm definitely not going to be homeless though. Okay. Cool. Better fucking not be. Yeah. Yeah. So this guy, yeah. So they tap him for the role, basically. Yeah, they pick his brains. And he's like, well, how about this? We take this phrase and this phrase. We plug all that shit in, and we'll form a political party called Hamas. But basically, they'll be taking orders. from the IRA. Hamas are the IRA. The IRA are in bed with East German secret police. East German secret police, at this stage, as we've established, are operational in Australia. So they're all kind of like, it's just a melting pot now. Yeah, it's like, now it's basically like, it's World War II continued, like just like I've established before. It's all part of that same Nazi takeover. It was happening at the same time. So this is 2006. 1990 was when the wall came down. They started importing their Nazi ideologies into like their secret police and their Stasi tactics, their Stasi thinking started infiltrating the West as soon as the wall came down. And so that's when they started targeting like entertainment. They started targeting entertainment. They started getting their propaganda units out there. They started targeting music, especially. They were welcomed with open arms in Melbourne because Melbourne has a very, like the Collingwood Irish Catholic Nazis, they welcome them right in. They're like, come on, right in. Yeah, because that's their whole thing. So Scott Nowell was right on board. He's like, yeah, cool. That sounds sick. That sounds sick. Yeah, I guess like not one step backwards. That doesn't apply to Mr Tapscott. I guess take a couple of steps backwards every 6 months or so. Take a step back. It's plastic anyway. Yeah. So Scott Nowell doesn't actually have that much of a bug up his ass about Mr Tapscott personally, but Scott Nowell fucking hates Kitty Callaghan. He fucking hates her. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so he worked at FCB. Okay, so he spent time working at he spent time working in Melbourne at FCB. So if he's at such and such in 2006, it means it was at and was at worldwide. What the fuck is that? Oh yeah, it's right there. Fuck. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. He's a copywriter in Melbourne from 1999 to January 2001. Yeah. There it is. Right. Yeah. From 1999 to 2001, at the turn of the century, this cunt was a copywriter in Melbourne. And so that was the peak of raves. And so he was one of the original techno-Nazis. He was one of the first. And so he brought it up. Yeah, so he got infected. He was there in 2 years. From 1999 to 2001, this cunt was in Melbourne, in the techno scene, working as a copywriter. So at that stage, it would have been extremely glamorous. He would have been knee-deep in drugs and pussy and cocaine and speed and methamphetamine and pingers. And he was, apparently, according to Kitty Callaghan. And now she's buoyed by my miraculous recovery about my optimism about the future. Yeah, be optimistic, please, Mr. Tapscott. Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah, and that's where he's indoctrinated by East German Nazis. Yeah, and so he brings that up to Sydney. However, I think Mark Green and Justin Drape are both already got Irish backgrounds, and this guy kind of like he looks like he's Nordic. Is he Nordic? Yeah, he's Nordic. Yeah, so he's like fucking. So he fits right in. He buys it hook, line, and sinker. He's like, yeah, cool. Nazism, I dig it. Yeah, because he kind of looks like he's Norwegian, right? Yeah. a Dane, like he's from Denmark or something. Norwegian? Yeah, he's Norwegian. Yeah, so he's Norwegian. So he fits right in. So like, oh yeah, Nazism, cool. Brings it back up to Sydney. Works at Saatchi and Saatchi with Justin Drape. Justin Drape is IRA connected because he's Irish, effectively. Yeah, I don't think he was born Irish, but he's got Irish connections. In the same way, Mr Tapscott's English, and Kitty Callaghan is also English. Yeah. He fucking hates Kitty Callaghan. When were you on his radar first, Kitty Callaghan? 2007. How old were you? Like 21. Really? How old are you? I don't even know. Yeah. Yeah, just from Sydney, from being on the Sydney party scene. Yeah. Oh, okay, really? Did he try and bang you and you shot him down? Yeah. Oh, motherfucker. Really? Fucking hell. Yeah, so on the Sydney scene, because Kitty Callaghan is a hot young thing in the rave scene. Yeah. How you dirty dog. And Kitty Callaghan rejected him. Yeah. Because she's in the clubs. Yeah. She's a young girl in the rave caves. Club 77 and whatnot. Yeah, the bang gang parties. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Around the cross. Yeah. So these parties. There was a rave crew in the rave crew called the Bang Gang. And that's them. Yeah, indie sleaze of the mid 2000s. Yeah. So Kitty Callaghan was sort of in that scene. Scarlett tried to bang her. She shot him down. He fucking hates her. Yeah. And his thinking was like, yeah, but I'm Scott Nowell, baby. I'm a senior copywriter. When did he try and bang you? 2007. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah. I own an agency. Don't you know that? Yeah, she's like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Basically. Was he trying to marry you or just trying to fuck you? He's trying to fuck you, but with a view. Yeah, and you're like, nah, not into it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So he's got a personal problem with Kitty Callaghan now, and he's a killer. And so that puts her on his list. And then ever since then, how many murder attempts? 78. Fucking hell. $78. Just trying poisoning you, basically. No abductions, like, nah, just trying to poison you. Yeah, dirty drugs. Yeah. Fuck you, Scott. What a cunt. Tara Bennett. No, somebody just popped. Tara Bennett. How many times did he try to kill you? He was on, yeah, Tara Bennett was on his radar from 2012 when she was a copywriter. Yeah, at the same time she got on Barbara Humphrey's radar and the rest of those award goons. Yeah. Did he try and bang you too? He did. What a creep. Who would try and bang Tara Bennett? Yeah. Yeah, but Mr. Tapscott, no, he was very, very creepy about it. Yeah, he was very creepy about it. And he tried to pull the same shit. He's like, I own an agency. Don't you know who I am? If you want to make it in this world, you need to fuck me and Tara. No, yeah. And he tried to murder Tara Bennett 39 times. Yeah, 39 times he tried to murder Tara Bennett. What a cunt. What a cunt. Yeah, fuck you, Scott Nowell. Yeah. 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 So when did they? So they were across, like, it wasn't like Hamas was like sort of like they kind of helped, right? Like they didn't found it from here and then establish it and all that shit. They weren't running it from here. No, but they helped. Yeah, they were across the thinking for Hamas. Yeah, through IRA contacts and East German. Yeah, the fucking the Melbourne East German Stasi secret police. Yeah, they kind of helped with the messaging and helped with the thinking behind Hamas. Yeah, because they're trying to get in close to Israel to try and like get a foothold next door to Israel, basically in the region. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because the Americans had destabilized everything by being in Iraq. Yeah. And so, yeah, the Nazis didn't really like America at this stage either because they were sort of like still Texas cowboys. Yeah, they had American Nazis who were friendly, but they still wanted their East German Stasi connections to get in there. That's it. Yeah. And so, yeah, they got in there, and so they wanted a foothold in the region. And so that's why they came in and like did Hamas and took over, basically. And this is basically their plan for Australia as well. They were going to do the same thing. Yeah, the SAS were like with Hastie, it was the same thing. The SAS were effectively Hamas in Australia. Yeah, because that was their plan. They were going to install Hastie as prime minister, and then SAS would be secretly running the country in the same way that Hamas is running Palestine. So it would have just been a terror state if that happened. If their plan had come to fruition, and Andrew Hastie had become prime minister, Australia would have basically been as bad as Palestine with a terror state. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So Scott Nowell was across this plan. Yeah, he was basically, he was one of the leaders of the thinking. Yeah. How many times did he try and kill Mr Tapscott, Kitty Callaghan? 237 times. How do you fuck it up 237 times? How is he trying to do it? Any that I should remember? Yeah. Like creeps on the street. Yeah. Creeps in the pub. Yeah. That British guy. Yeah. We played Google Maps on a British dude earlier today. That was him. So that was that. Scott Nowell sent him in to hassle the shit out of me when I was at the fucking shaky. Yeah. And Van as well. Okay. Van was a representative for Scott Nowell. Yeah. Then a spy. Yeah. And Van had instructions. Van had instructions to murder me. But I pulled myself out instinctively. Yeah. I was like, no. Yeah. No, you're too weird. Yeah. I don't trust this guy. Yeah. Van had instructions to give me poison cocaine. Yeah. So that was one of them. But he had creeps floating around. The people that would turn up to the park, yeah. Those women, yeah. So I used to take those to the park to get the ball around. And women would turn up to the park and go, hi, and be friendly. And I'd be like, nah, I don't know you, and no fuck away. And this is after the Meredith when weird shit was happening there. And I'm like, nah, I don't trust you. So I just wouldn't engage with them. Yeah. And that's where Dommy Paul, I'd bump into her in the park and I talked to her, but I didn't really trust her either. Yeah. And then she got murdered. Yeah. Just by being kind of in that circle. Yeah. Yeah. So that was him. That was Scott Nowell. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. And that homeless guy, that was Scott Nowell as well. Oh, look at him go. Yeah. What were they trying to do? Like talk to it, like seduce me and kill me that way. Yeah. Oh, and fucking that bitch on Jillian on Tinder. Yeah, she was like that as well. Yeah. She broke up with me though. What happened? Any others? Yeah, that I know about. Yeah. Not really. Any at Jack's? No. Any at Dulcie's? No. Any at Dean's? No. What was that other one? That other bar. What's it called? Piccolo Bar. Yeah, Piccolo Bar. Yeah. The bartender, Taylor. Yeah, that fucking spastic. So he had instructions to murder me if the opportunity arose. Yeah. From Scott Nowell. Yeah. Is that his name, Taylor? No. Harrison. Yeah. Yeah. So this guy's dead. That's him. This guy. Had instructions to murder me. Yeah. And that's why, okay. And that's why I got pulled out of Elizabeth Bay. Yeah. That's why I had to go to Perth, basically, yeah. Because this guy was trying to kill me. And also Will and Hugh, the ASD goons, were trying to kill me. Yeah. I had to get the fuck out of there. Yeah, because all the local bartenders were activating to try and murder me. Yeah. Bear in mind that this is around October 7th. Yeah. So this is, yeah, so Scott Nowell, he was the conceptual creative behind the October 7 attacks. He was the one that went, we should fly ultralight aircraft into a rave and shoot everyone with fucking AK-47s. That was him. That was his idea. Yeah. Yeah. Specifically, as a fuck you to Mr. Tapscott and Mr. Tapscott's supporters. Yeah. Yeah. Because it was like, okay, yeah, if you think the rave is your spiritual home, we're going to attack that specifically. Yeah. Because just in case you try and find another Mr. Tapscott in the rave scene. Yeah. That was pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah. The October 7 attacks were the brainchild of Scott Nowell, that guy. Yeah. Yeah, it was his idea. Yeah, and then he's like around the same time. Yeah. Yeah, because it infuriated them. Yeah. So the timeline of events were, I was on their radar. Yeah, they saw my application come through award school in 2009 and they shit their pants on it. That's fucking sick. And so they kept their eye on me. They looked into me, they did a bit of research and went, oh shit. Because they're in the SAS. Like, who the fuck, did you see that application? Who the fuck was that guy? Well, apparently that's Tapscott. Yeah. Look, just quietly. Apparently he's juiced in. Like, yeah. Like the military, like other army people just saying, just back, like, stay away from him if you know what's good for you. Yeah, don't fuck with that guy. Like, why? Like, well, because apparently his grandfather was a war hero. So are his uncles. So yeah. And he's like, fuck. So that was in 2009. So I've been on their radar since then. When did he start trying to murder me? Just then. Like, yeah. And they started putting feelers out in Melbourne to try and kill me. Yeah, in award school. Yeah. There were spies in award school there, specifically to gather intelligence and murder me at the opportunity arose. Carl. Yeah. Carl was one of their spies. Yeah, the Serbian spy. Yeah, he's a fox dude, that guy. And Alex was one of their spies as well. He's a cocksucker, that guy. Yeah, big time. And Alex had instructions to murder me too. Yeah. Yeah. And then many more. Yeah, 2009. In 2010, Rosamond. No more attempts then. No. 2011, no. 2012, no. 2013, at Meredith, yeah. Yeah. So when I'm at Meredith, they're collecting intelligence on me. Yeah. Yeah. Fuckers. Yeah. Yeah, fuckers. Yeah. Yeah, and then 2012. Yeah, okay, so 2012. Oh, and that bitch worked for them. Yeah, that Sarah Millie and Millie Young worked for them as well. Holy shit. That's why Millie Young was trying to get close to me. Fucking hell. Did Millie Young murder that other dude? No. Sarah Sharp, yeah. No, there's no one. But anyway, there were these two chicks that I used to work with at Arcadia. Oh, one chick I used to work with at Arcadia. And she was always really friendly. Yeah. And yeah, secretly she was actually providing information to those cunts. Yeah, because she was a Swiss Nazi. Yeah. 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 So she was trying to getting closer and closer. And did she like me? Yeah, she was always flirty and stuff, and I don't know. I didn't trust her. And then this one bitch on the dance floor one time got really, she was hot. I sort of flirted with her and I liked her. And then I bumped into them once in Fitzroy. And it turns out that, the whole time they were spying for Scott Nowell. Yeah, basically. With instructions to take me out if they had the opportunity. Yeah. Fucking hell. Anyone else in Melbourne? No, not really. Not from him anyway, yeah. And was it just Scott Nowell, Kitty Callaghan? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was just Scott Nowell. Yeah, it was just Scott Nowell. And what was Justin Drape and Mark Green doing? Focusing on other people. Yeah, trying to kill Kitty Callaghan. Yeah, and Tara Bennett. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking spastic dog. Anyway, this cunt's gone. He died this morning. Yeah. Yeah, because he's a foxstick. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, and he was also connected to the fucking Jungle Juice. Yeah, that. Oh, Fat Alley. Yeah. Fuck them. And Adam Sherry was connected to them well. Yeah, because Adam Sherry was IRA. Yeah. Dog shit, spastic dogs. Yeah. And Marcus. Yeah. We took care of them, right? Yeah, probably. Yeah. This guy, Justin Drape. Yeah.
Don't put it on time. Don't put it on time. Don't put it on time.
Now, Exceptional Alien. That is a front for Hamas. They've got an office in Paddington, on Oxford Street in Paddington. Yeah.
Mother came rushing in. She said we didn't see a thing. We said we didn't see a thing. And Father left it aching, nearly splintering the gate.
So he's got a Bachelor of Fine Arts. I need to go to the bathroom. So.
The type of memories that turn your bones into glass. Turn your bones into glass. And though you were just a little squirrel, you understood every word. And in this way, they gave you clarity, a cold-blooded clarity.
People dancing at the been looking in closer detail at the shocking events of early on Saturday morning. You can see people dancing at the Nova Music Festival with no inkling of the horror that's about to unfold. BBC Verify has established that this was taken at sunrise on Saturday. And it's all happening just very, very close to the border between Israel and Gaza. The first sign that anything was wrong came around 7 in the morning. And if we look at that video again, you can see that there's a man who is looking up into the sky. He's seen something. Now, we don't know exactly what he's looking at, but there are suggestions it could be small explosions from Israeli air defenses trying to neutralize a barrage of incoming rocket fire. Then we have this. It was posted at 9:30 in the morning local time, and it seems to show security at the event trying to get people to leave as quickly as possible. And then here you get a sense of the panic, the fear, the urgency as people flee for their lives through the fields. Next, I want to show you some distressing footage from the dash cam of a car parked at the edge of the festival site. We know it's filmed just before 9 in the morning, and you see this gunman taking a young man who appears to have been wounded. It goes on to show a man sheltering under the car, and you see him being shot. And then there's another video apparently taken by Palestinians who are either part of the attack or accompanying the attackers. And it's come to encapsulate the absolute terror of what happened. So she's Noah Agamani. She's 25 years old. She'd been at the festival and she is pleading for her life as she's kidnapped along with her boyfriend. The Reuters news agency spoke to her friend Amit, who'd been messaging her until just before she was captured.
Terrorized. It's I don't think everyone ever has felt such terror and such helplessness when you're taken away from your boyfriend, from your loved ones to some place unknown with terrorists. And I can't imagine what she's going through right now, traveling with those terrorists in Gaza, waiting for someone to send help.
We don't yet know exactly how many people were kidnapped from the festival or killed, but this is drone footage. And you can imagine looking forward to a weekend of music and dancing, never in their worst nightmares imagining what was to come.
Caroline Hawley, let me take you back to the live pictures, because as has been the case throughout the course of today's programme, we have seen...
Yeah, so that whole thing about flying in, that was them. Yeah, that was them big time. Yeah.
I thought I'd made
Anyway. Yeah, so this cunt, I was on his radar. I was already on his radar for the military thing, and then he heard about the dance floor because he was a bit of a rave loser. Yeah, he was like with Scott Nowell in the Sydney bang gang scene, and he heard about the dancing, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" And then he bought into Mr Tapscott is Son of Man, and he was actually across it. He was like, "Oh shit! Well, he is the Son of Man." Yeah, so he actually bought it, but like a fucking retard. He thought he could suppress me. That's what he thought. Yeah, he thought he could do what they did to Jesus and just like, well, we'll just nail him to a cross and that'll be the end of it. Is that right, Kitty? Yeah. But you were fucking wrong, bitch. You were fucking wrong. Yeah. Yeah. How many times did he try and kill me? 39 times. Almost always at raves or clubs. Yeah. He'd send in spies, basically, to try and like pick me up or, lure me out of the club, back to their places, and then kill me there. Yeah. And that's why I never slept with anyone. And that's why I was under pressure to sleep with people. Because, like, you should fuck people. Yeah. They were trying to get me, That's why I was always under pressure to get laid. And I was like, why don't you get laid? Are you gay? Because they wanted me to start going home with women. So then if I went home with someone, I could get murdered. Yeah. If I got on that scene, it would be easy to murder me. That's it. Yeah. So that actually was an assassination attempt. Yeah. 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 And that continued in Sydney. Yeah, that's the thing. So that's where this pressure was coming from. Why don't you ever hook up? Yeah. And then we're not gonna hire you. Yeah. We're not gonna hire you because you don't have a girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah. We're not gonna hire you because you don't have a girlfriend. To put pressure on me to go out and get a girlfriend, or to try and get a girlfriend, to start picking up whores, and then once I start picking up, then someone tries to kill, someone kills me, someone tries to kill me. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Fuck that. Yeah. Yeah, and also. He was also actively trying to murder Tara Bennett and also actively trying to murder Kitty Callaghan. And also Albus Harding. He was trying to kill her because, he knew her through just her music. And also he got tipped off by Penny Drop because he has a connection to Emily York. What a fucking dirty dog. Yeah. What a dirty dog. Yeah. Now we're going to take a quick break to play some Google Maps. Get out of here, Mom.
A thermobaric weapon, also known as a fuel air explosive.
Now, this guy is also a pedo. Yeah. A big time pedo. Yeah, big time. Yeah. How many murders has he committed in total? 322. About 1/3 of them are children who he's raped and then murdered. Yeah, what a cocksucker. So this is Droga 5. This is the This is the command team from Droga 5. Yeah. I've just got an email, so I'm actually going to wrap it up right here. But I might come back and do like another episode later today. But yeah, you've been watching No Pictures of the Murder podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. Headline: The SAS are Hamas. The monkeys are Hamas. It's a front for Hamas. There's more. There's much more. They're basically all the tobacco shops, all the illegal tobacco in Australia. That's funding SAS and it's funding Hamas because they're one and the same. They are the same. The Australian SAS is Hamas. The monkeys are behind the illegal tobacco in Australia. That's them. That's these three fucksticks. Mark Green, Justin Drape, and Scott Nowell, and also Tara Ford. But we'll talk about her more. Those four. That's them. The tobacco stores. That's them. They're all dead, so don't worry about it. But yeah, some of the apparatus remains. But yeah, they are Hamas. They are those four. They were the October 7 attacks. That was them. That was their idea. That was their thinking. Yeah. You'll be watching No Pictures of the Murder podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott.